All right, let's talk about zinc. It's one of those essential minerals a lot of us are taking, but here's the thing. Chances are you might be taking it all wrong. We're going to get into the most common mistakes people make, mistakes that could be wasting your money or worse, actually messing with your health. So let's get into it.
Okay, that is a very direct quote, right? But it cuts straight to the chase. And look, we're not just talking about getting over a cold faster here. Zinc is absolutely fundamental to how your body works on the most basic level. And just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about, your body relies on zinc for as many as 300 different enzymes. I mean, think of enzymes as these tiny little workers building and repairing everything inside you, from your DNA to the proteins in your muscles. And without zinc, those workers basically go on strike. Nothing gets done. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll touch on why zinc is so critical. Then we're going to dive deep into the 3 biggest mistakes people make when they supplement with it. And then, most importantly, we'll finish up with a super simple action plan to make sure you're doing it right. Okay, so before we jump into the common mistakes, let's really understand what's on the line here. I think once you see the signs of low zinc, it really drives home why this is so important to get right. You know, when your zinc levels take a nosedive, the signs can be pretty obvious and maybe even familiar. You might find yourself catching every single bug that goes around. Maybe you're noticing more hair in the shower drain. Or, and this is a big one, you lose your sense of smell or taste. For guys, it can hit testosterone levels and tank your libido. And if you get a paper cut that takes forever to heal, yep, a zinc deficiency could be the reason why. All right, let's get into our first major mistake, the dose. This is a big one, because with zinc, it's all about that Goldilocks zone. Not too much, not too little. Getting it wrong either way can cause some serious issues. So check this out. On one side, if you go overboard with zinc, you can actually start draining your body of copper, and you need copper. It's another crucial mineral. But on the other side of the coin, so many things can stop you from absorbing the zinc you do get. Things like the phytic acid in grains and breads, having low stomach acid, or even just drinking alcohol or eating too much sugar. And this leads to something really interesting called the zinc paradox. When you're sick, taking a high dose of zinc can be amazing. It fires up your immune cells to fight the infection. But, and this is a huge but, if you keep taking that same high dose for weeks on end, it can flip a switch and actually start suppressing other parts of your immune system. It's the perfect example of why more is better just doesn't apply to zinc. So, how do we fix this? How do you avoid that copper depletion problem? Well, it's actually way simpler than you might think. You just take them together. The magic ratio to aim for is about 10-1. So for every 30 milligrams of zinc you take, you want to get about 3 milligrams of copper. It keeps everything in perfect harmony. Okay, on to mistake number 2. Thinking zinc is a solo act. It's not. Think of it more like the lead singer of a band. It might get all the attention, but it needs its backup crew, its support team to really shine. And here are the key members of that support team. First up, magnesium. It's non-negotiable. Your body literally cannot use zinc without it. Then you've got vitamin B6, which not only helps magnesium do its job, but also supports your mood. And finally, there's folate, which you need to build healthy new cells. You see how they all work together? It's a team effort. All right, on to mistake number 3, and this one's a biggie, just plain not knowing if you're deficient in the first place. But the cool thing is, you don't have to guess. There's a really easy test you can do right at home. It's called the zinc taste test. All you need is a little bottle of liquid zinc. You just pour a teaspoon, pop it in your mouth, and swish it around for about 10 or 15 seconds. Don't swallow it, just notice the taste. Okay, so what do the results mean? It's pretty black and white. If you get an immediate, strong, kind of nasty metallic taste, then congratulations. Your zinc levels are probably just fine. But if it literally tastes like nothing, just water, that's a huge red flag that your body is seriously craving zinc. Okay, so we've covered the problems. Now for the good part. Let's build your action plan. This is how you take everything we've talked about and actually put it to use safely and effectively. First things first, let's talk food. The absolute best place to get your zinc is from the sea. We're talking shellfish, especially oysters. They are loaded with it. Red meat and liver are fantastic sources too. And here's a pro tip. The zinc you get from these animal sources, your body can absorb it way more easily than zinc from plants. Okay, and if you're going to supplement, let's make sure you do it smartly. Here are the rules to follow. For a real therapeutic benefit, you want to be in that 30 to 40 milligram per day range. As for the type, look for something called zinc glycinate. It's chelated, which basically means your body can actually grab onto it and use it much more effectively. And timing, taking it with food can help a little with absorption, but honestly, an empty stomach is perfectly fine too. So, when you step back and look at how incredibly important this one little mineral is and how easy it is to get it wrong, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? From your immune system to your hormones to just feeling good, could getting your zinc right be the missing key to unlocking a whole new level of health for you?